Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to RVC Talk. So quickly, we want to talk about momentum-based indicator what we released yesterday. So this video is for kind of an introduction video, and we are calling this indicator as a kinetic compass. The reason for this is completely based on the momentum, and this should provide a direction and guidance to an investor in the highly fluctuating and momentum-driven current market environment. Okay, so that's the reason why we named it like this. And also, if you look at on the screen, there are four symbols you can see, right? A black, a red triangles, a green, and red dots. Okay, so this is the first version of the indicator, and we are going to add more and more features. So this will help user to find right place before take right opportunities before we take get into any trade. Okay, so now let me explain these as part of this one, and the fifth one is in a line within a different colors. Okay, now if first one is about the line, you see a line within a red dots. Okay, clearly don't go for CE. Okay, a line within a black indicates don't go for PE. The momentum is towards an upside. That's the meaning. Okay, if the line is in the red, that means the momentum is towards the downside. First thing is first bottom line. Okay, when you see a good positive momentum in the stock, you see these candles are being marked in the yellow color. When the momentum is on the negative side, these candles are marked in the blue. It doesn't matter a red or a green, right? When we see the momentum is towards on the negative side, so this is in a blue. So the blue and yellow are clear, right? Yellow is towards an upside momentum, blue is towards negative momentum. Okay, the line black represents a positive momentum, a red represents a negative momentum. You see this black triangle here. That means a good upside momentum is observed in the stock, and then we can consider for a trade here. Okay, so and please note that see the momentum based on certain conditions identify may not continue for so long, right? It can happen anytime the momentum can get stopped and then the direction can change. Now, with that clarification, if you see in a red dot, red triangle here, once the price is below and you see a blue, that means we can go on a short side. Okay, this kind of a thing is on a long side. This is on a short side. Okay, so now if you look at on a quick momentum how the price will be driven here. Once you see yellow and once you see in a black triangle, if you would have taken this 23,300 PE at 180 and you see this time is 10:36, this is 10:58, which is around oddly around 22 minutes. In 22 minutes, the price reached from 187 to 290, right? From here to here, exactly in 22 minutes, there is a 100 points gain. And that's what actually we are calling momentum. Okay. You look at one more observation, how steep this curve is all about. The black line is very steep here, right? You see here, it seems to be flat here. It seems to be flat here, right? Maybe in a red or black. Okay, we can go back and see in a black. Yeah, maybe this is not very steep, but yeah, the slope is high. But if you see here, 151 and this is 177 in the same 20 minutes, right? From here to here, the momentum is there, but not to the extent what we had seen it here. Okay. So every time when you see in a black triangle, that doesn't mean that in 20 minutes you will get 100 points. Okay. Let me be very clear on this one. Are we looking at taking a trade 23,300 PE at 215 on 16th Jan? Looking at this indicator, if I zoom in a little, this is a flat and you see that the momentum is shifting towards a positive. it gives an additional confirmation and confidence to take the trade towards this. Okay, that is what this indicator will help. Okay, now I will take a PE example. Okay, here it's a good upside momentum. Now you see here, I'm actually looking for a red triangle and we'll talk about the dots later. Okay. Here you see the price actually once it reached here. So this seems to be flat. And when you see a red triangle towards pointing to the negative side, towards downside, and the price is below this, the candle is turned to blue, and there is an indication, there is a high probability the price will go down and the momentum is pushing the price downwards. Ideally, if you ask me, the line acts as a strong resistance or a support. Okay, so now before we talk about these dots, now how do I identify? I've taken a trade here. What is the stop loss? Okay, that is where I would like to talk about. If you go and see the settings here, there is an L1, L2, L3. So I would like you to enable an L2 and see here. You see this line is acts as a support or resistance. Even the first one, the L1 also acts as a resistance and support. Okay, you you look at this once it break down, see the reversal from here. So your first target is going to be here. You look at in this kind of scenarios, this is a stop loss. Here the first target is here. Here the stop loss is here. Okay, so this L2 acts in both the ways. Now you look at this one right here. When the price actually start moving down, you are in a trade. You are actually going to make good profit here. Level actually tells you, okay, so there is a possible opportunity for you to book part of your profit, right? Okay, so this is anyway, it's almost at the end of the market. Let me look at another stock. Let me talk about another stock, BEL, where we get a better idea on this one. Okay, let me see this chart here. Okay, so here you see a momentum. Let me remove the second one. Okay, so for a better clarity, you see a momentum here. The momentum shift, you can see it here from 280, 283, a quick momentum shift, right? And once the price you see in a red, there is a downwards. Okay, so we look at here exactly. Okay, so now I want to talk about this. Okay, a price move below this with a blue seems to be kind of pushing the price down, and then when there is a shift here, this is the indication that the momentum shift happened, right? And then you see the price movement from 278 to all the way here. But when you see here comes down here and a clear indication of green circle here. Okay, there are now two more things left. It's a green circle, a red circle. Now what this a green or a red is basically a price keep moving upwards. We call a retracement, right? A retracement can be kind of like, once a certain level is crossed, the retracement can become another directional move, right? So it moved here and a retracement, and then it can continue to move downwards. But once, see, usually at every level, there are some, like, people set a stop loss kind of a thing, right? So this movement clear those stop loss and push the price back again. That is a indication of this. You look at it in that way. Okay. So sometimes I call this like, for us to get to know, yes, the stop loss are clear and we can further to go in the same direction. I call like, advance, we get to know a little bit advanced, right? So I call it an advanced entry, but the idea of this is basically it being pushed to this level and clear those stop losses, and then there is a high probability that again there is a momentum shift to move the price upwards. Okay, look at this in that way. The same way you look at on the red and a green here. Okay, let me talk about this. Now you are in upside here. Now the fall, and ideally your stop loss here, and you see the line seems to be flat. That is also one more observation you should be keeping in your mind. The line seems to be completely flat here. So when it is in the flat line, you better kind of like, observe rather than taking a trade. Okay. Now here, this is a stop loss cleared. Push the price upwards, even though there is a negative momentum pushing it to downwards. Because the line is flat, that momentum is not there. So, but it when so we are on the negative side, right? The red indicates you are on a negative momentum. Now, after this, you see when the price goes up, the stop loss are cleared, and this indication tells the price is being pushed down now. Look at here, it's it, and the next candle you look at here, right? It goes up a positive momentum. You see yellow candles, but still the stop loss cleared. It's a kind of a like you call false breakouts, right? And then push the price down. But when the shift changes, then it's a good upside positive momentum. Okay, so it's not that by just looking at a positive momentum, negative momentum, but within a four indications it will work, right? In all the cases. So you need a little more practice, but it works perfectly what we had seen. We are going to see it during the market times also, right? So if you look, this is a live market. You can see the price keep changing here. Okay. Now a best example I can show you. You see there is good fall here. Okay. See before we get into this today, here you had seen the price of this is a 10,600, close to 10,590. A clear fall indication before that itself has given, and then it's a one side momentum to 99,700. So almost like 6,000 plus dollars fall in the Bitcoin. Now the price seems to be going up, right? Okay, I'm in actually in a 1 minute candle. So there is a fall here. Yeah, so the momentum you can see fall here. The price went upside almost 99,661 to 1,320. So $900 upside, but the indicator is given no, this is not, this is only to clear false break, like stop losses. So now you see again the price seems to be falling below the line and the momentum is still on the negative side. Okay. Okay, try to remember very few important points. There are two circles, a green and a red. Green is towards if the momentum shift is towards an CE side, and it's a kind of an early understanding or early a probability related thing that the momentum is shifting towards an CE side. Okay, a red candle is an early indication or a warning to us that the momentum is shifting towards still the momentum is towards the negative side, like this. In a red is actually we can go ahead for a PE side. In this black one is that we can consider in a CE side momentum, right? So the line, a red line is the momentum is downwards. A black line, I'm not able to show it here. Maybe if I go a little, a black line says momentum is towards the CE side. Okay, so the additional line acts as an additional support. When price comes, it will bounce back. Price comes, it touch and bounce back, or a stop loss related thing. Okay, so here a reversal support, but if it breaks, you exit the order. You look at this, how beautifully it just touch and come down. Now you see the momentum shift here. Okay, so you see in a buy signal here, and this a momentum shift should take the price to a little upwards. Okay, so the line seems to be changed in a black. You see in a a local yellow momentum candle. So this is a kind of a like momentum shift indication. Okay, so I know this is the first video, probably may not be able to address all your queries, but please start using it within your trail access or a subscription. So let me know if you had any questions. Yeah, I'm happy to help you. Yeah, I'll come back with one more video within a live market today. That should answer a lot of your queries. Thank you. Have a nice day.